Subscribe to Emmanuel Tutorials and press the bell icon for notifications.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Emmanuel Tutorials. Today we are going to see examples related to shifting, time scaling, time reversal, plus something new, that is multiplication of signals, and also operations on time using delta signals or unit impulse signals. So let's start. This is also a question asked by a student in the comment section. So even if you have doubts related to signals and systems or any other electronics and telecommunication related subject, you can mention them in the comments and I'll try to upload a video explaining it. Also, if you have not subscribed to Emmanuel Tutorials yet, do subscribe and press the bell button. Also do like and share this video so that your friends also may benefit out of it. You might have also checked out the new join button below Emmanuel Tutorials. Do check that out and reap the benefits that come with it. So let's start. So we have been given a signal x of t which is of this shape, and you have to plot these signals a to g using this signal x of t. So there are different operations being performed on it. So we'll solve that one by one. The first one is x of 3 minus t. So let's start with that. This is the one, x of 3 minus t. It can also be written as x of minus t plus 3, just interchanging the positions, because this is plus, no sign means it's plus, so it can be written as plus. So x of minus t plus 3. Okay, so by precedence rule, in the previous videos you might have seen that first always we'll be doing the time shifting and then time scaling and time reversal. So here, what is the time shifting? Plus 3 is time shifting, and it is advance, right? Because it is plus sign, and advance means you're moving the signal to the left by a particular t0 value. Here it is 3. So what we are doing is, our original signal, if you check, it is beginning from minus 2 and ending at plus 4. So now our signal is going to start at minus 2 minus 3, that is minus 5, and will end at 4 minus 3, that is 1. So that is what we have drawn over here. Now next operation we'll be performing is time shifting, time scaling, sorry. You can call this time scaling or time reversal. Time scaling by minus 1 or time reversal. Time reversal means what you're going to do is just rotate the signal along the y-axis. So what we have done is, this signal we have just mirrored it, and this is how it is going to look. So we have solved the first part, a of x of 3 minus t. Now let's go to the b part. B part is x of 4t plus 1. So here we have done that. Here again you have time shifting plus time scaling. Time shifting by 1, again it's advanced because it is plus. So we are going to shift the signal to the left by 1. Now if you check the original signal, our signal is starting at minus 2 ending at plus 4. So our signal in this, after shifting by 1, will be starting from minus to minus 1, that is minus 3, and 4 minus 1 will be the ending point, that is plus 3. So that is what we have drawn over here. And now we have one more operation left, which is time scaling by 4. Time scaling means here it is being multiplied. So this is going to give us compression of signal. The resultant will be compression. If you are dividing this t value, it will be expansion. So here we are compressing the signal. As you can see the width has decreased. So the points at each of the time values will be divided by 4. So the point at minus 3 will appear at minus 3 by 4. The point at minus 2 will appear at minus 2 by 4, that is 0.5. The point at minus 1 will appear at minus 1 by 4. The point at 0 will appear at 0 by 4, which is 0 again. The point at 1 will appear at 1 by 4. The point at 2 will appear at 2 by 4, that is half. And the point at 3 will appear at 3 by 4, which is again 0.75. So it is not going to reach till 1. It's going to be before 1. So you can just mention the points as I mentioned here. to show the difference. Now let's go to the C part. C, we have to do x of t plus x of minus t into u of t. This, what we're going to do is similar to how we find out the odd and even parts. This is similar to that, but here we are not dividing this the expression by 2, and we are multiplying it by u of t. That's the difference. Now let's do this part. Now x of t is this signal, it's the original one, and x of minus t is going to be time reversal. So you're just going to mirror the signal along the y-axis. So this is the signal, as you can see, just mirror it or just rotate it along the y-axis. And then what you're going to do is add both, right? According to this question, you have to add both and then multiply it by u of t. So when you add both, what is going to happen? The extreme left and right is going to be -4 and +4, because you have to see the maximum points of both the signals. So you know that your signal is going to begin at the extreme left, which is -4, and end at extreme right, which is +4, the maximum point. Now you have to start adding. At -4, first signal's value is 0, second signal's value is 0, our resultant signal's value is going to be 0. At -3, first signal's value is 0, second signal's value is 1, because you can see here the slope of this ramp is 1. Now how to find out this? We have seen in the previous videos how to find out slope and all these related things. You can check those out. So you can also use the simple mathematical equation for finding slope in this condition. So you know that slope over here is 1. So your value at this point is going to be 1. Okay. So this 1 plus 0 is going to be 1. So amplitude is going to be 1 at -3. At -2, first signal's amplitude is 1, second signal's amplitude is 2. So resultant signal's amplitude is going to be 2 plus 1, which is 3. So you take it to the top. And at 0, first signal's amplitude is 1, second signal's 1, it's just increasing to 2. So you are going to take the lower signal, which is 1, and then 1 plus 2 is going to give us 3. So our amplitude is going to be 3. At 2, first signal's amplitude is 2. At 2 and 1, first signal's amplitude is 2 and second signal's amplitude is 1. So you are going to add both and you are going to get 3 at 1 and 2. At 3, first signal's amplitude is 1, second signal's amplitude is 0. So 1 plus 0 is going to give you 1. And at 4, first signal's amplitude is 0, second signal's amplitude is 0. So resultant is going to be 0. Now for the shape which you are going to get, you can just refer to the intermediate points and you can easily get that. All these also have been explained in previous videos. If you have any doubt in this video also, you can mention them in the comments. Now next point, what you're going to do is, we have finished adding both the signals. Now we are going to multiply it by u of t. Multiplying by u of t means multiplying by unit step. And when you multiply any signal by unit step, it's going to become causal and it's going to start from 0 and the signal before that is going to get eliminated. So what we have got is only the right hand part, or only the signal after 0 to the right hand side is going to be present in the resultant signal. So this is our C part. Now let's go to D. D is del of t plus 1 plus del of t minus 1 into x of t. Now here you are seeing that it is unit impulse signal. This is something new. We have seen, I think, one problem in some of our previous video. So here we are going to again see it. Now unit impulse signal, you know, it is of amplitude 1 at 0. But when you are shifting it by 1, plus 1 and minus 1, plus 1 means you are advancing it by 1 and minus 1 means you are delaying it by 1. So this is how your signal is going to look. This is, if you take separate signals, this will be del of t plus 1 and this will be del of t minus 1. And then what you're going to do is adding both. When you add both, you're going to get this signal. So this is del of t plus 1 plus del of t minus 1. And then what you have to do is multiply it by x of t. Now for this, you can also use the formula that you already have, that is del of t minus t naught into x of t is going to give you del of t naught x of t naught. So you can use this formula, or you can directly draw the amplitudes of the signal at these impulse points. That is, at minus 1 you have an impulse. You are going to multiply the amplitude, that is 1, into the amplitude of the original signal. The amplitude of original signal at minus 1 is 1. So our resultant signal's amplitude is also 1. At 1, our amplitude of original signal is 2. So our resultant signal's amplitude is going to be 2, but it's an impulse signal. Now next, we are going to see the E part. E is x of t into x of t minus 5. This is an example of multiplication. Here you have the original signal x of t. You have the next signal x of t minus 5. X of t minus 5, again time shifting. It is delay because it's a minus sign. So you're going to shift it to the right by 5. So our leftmost part is going to begin at minus 2 plus 5, which is 3. And our rightmost part is going to be at 4 plus 5, which is 9. So our resultant signal for x of t minus 5 has been shown over here. Now what you're going to do is multiply both. Now for multiplying, you go from start from the extreme left and end to the extreme right of both the signals, and you can just start multiplication. Now one thing which you can easily find out in multiplication is, if any of the signals is 0 at any of the points, those signals, parts of the signals of the other signals, like in this signal, if you see at minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, the signal is 0. So the next signal which you have, you don't need to consider the amplitudes there. It is going to be 0 directly. So you can just eliminate those points or neglect those points. And now at 2, you can see first signal's amplitude is 2, second signal's amplitude is 0, and again it's going to be 0 there. At 3, first signal's amplitude is 1, second signal's amplitude is 1. So here you cannot neglect it, so you start multiplying. 1 into 1 is 1, so we have shown the amplitude as 1. Now at 4, first signal's amplitude is 0, second signal's amplitude is 1, so our resultant signal's amplitude is going to be 0. But the signal in between, for the between points, you can just consider the shape of the signal between them. So if you multiply the shape by 1, it's going to be that same shape. So that is what I have drawn over here. Now after this point, you can see that all the points are 0, so you can neglect it, and you have this as a resultant signal. Now let's go to the F part. F is x of t into del of t minus 3. Now del of t minus 3 is the impulse signal which is shifted by 3 to the right because it's delaying, because it's a minus sign. So this is what I've shown. This is del of t minus 3. Now you have to multiply x of t by this signal. X of t into this will be x of 3 into del of 3. So now you can see that amplitude of original signal at 3 is 1. So 1 into the 1 is going to be 1. So anyways, the amplitude of our signal is going to be 1. So this is x of t into del of t minus 3. Now let's go to the last one, which is G. G is x of 2t minus 5. Now this is again similar to the one we have already seen. This involves time shifting and time scaling, but this is delay. Delay. So first you will do the time shifting part according to precedence rule. So x of t has to be shifted by 5. So you will get the same signal first. So it's going to be from 3 to 9. It's going to extend from 3 to 9, and then you scale it by 2. So again you're multiplying, so this original resultant signal is going to get compressed, which is what you can see here. So signal at 3 will appear at 3 by 2, and signal at 9 will appear at 9 by 2, and all the intermediate points will appear at similar values. So signal at 4 will appear at 4 by 2, signal at 5 will appear at 5 by 2. That is what I have drawn over here. You can just show by intermediate points. But the signal shape will remain the same. Only thing is it is going to get compressed. It is going to become thinner. That is what you can observe in time scaling. Now we have solved all the sub parts of this question. Hope you understood this, the way we have solved the problems in this question. If you have any doubts related to this video or any other videos or any of the concepts in electronics and telecommunication engineering, you could mention them in the comments and I'll try to upload a video solving it. Do like this video and share it with your friends. Also subscribe to Emmanuel Tutorials if you have not done yet. Also check out the join button and read the benefits that come with it. Thank you for watching.
Subscribe to Emmanuel Tutorials and press the bell icon for notifications.